Now, this is something that I've gotten in the habit of doing all the time, but I do want to caution you against something. Be sure that you've committed the memory of the items or the tasks before you get out of your car. You don't want to get out of your car and be reciting over and over again the list of tasks or the list of items while you're walking to the location. Your focus and attention needs to be on the world, cars, people, grocery carts, that kind of stuff. Not preoccupied with this random list that you've got in your mind. So before you get out of your car, go through your list, commit that to your working memory, trust that it's there. Then when you get out of your car, bring your full attention to moving from your car to the location. And then once you get into the location and you begin to do the tasks or gather the items, give yourself a beat, take a breath, and let those items come back to you. And they'll be there. And if they're not, make a mental note to yourself to maybe try fewer items next time, or maybe limit it to 3 tasks instead of 5. So you're building up, not completely swamping yourself with too much information too fast. Now, that's advice based on my own experience. But remember, the human brain cannot, I repeat, cannot hold 2 thoughts at the same time. So unless you're really practiced at that, shifting your concentration between those concurrent tasks, shifting your focus from one thing to another and then back again, you've got to allow yourself some grace to hold those items, that list of tasks in your mind, and then let it recede back to something like working memory. Pay attention to the moment, the actual traveling from one point to another. And then the stuff that's in your working memory will start to come back to you. And the more you practice that concurrent task shifting, the better you'll get at it.
And speaking of practicing, don't forget about the object recall exercise. Place 1 or more personal objects around your home, and then continue on with your daily activities. Then maybe an hour or so later, pause, ask yourself what the objects were and where they are.
Now, if you can easily recall where the objects are, then give yourself another challenge. Go get the objects and move them to a new location, and then repeat the process. If you can't, don't stress about it. Take a deep breath, maybe 2 or 3. Sometimes that's all it takes for my memory to get that energy boost, and then I can start to recall where the things are. Either way, it's up to you to decide how you want to exercise your memory. Some days I want a memory challenge, so I want something that's going to require me to really have to work hard. Other days, I want something that is just a memory maintenance kind of practice. You decide. Whichever way benefits you the most is valid. What's important is, for me, that I practice intentionally daily.
Perfecting one thing before you go to the next thing. I'm always reading, and I try to do some exercise and walking and stretching and do something spiritual every day. But I never put them all together until this class. No, and the moving meditation, the more I do it, the better I get. Yeah, the exercises seem like they're easy when you first know about them, but they're really very hard. I'm trying to keep my mind and my body moving in exactly the right form and shape. And so it's training me to do mental and physical at the same time. But we need to keep doing it more and more to and start applying it to other parts of my life.
Class.
I would describe this class as it was a social event. We were all sitting around talking, and an exercise program broke out. You're doing certain motions and everything, and everyone's. But the best part is when you're communicating with other people. You need to be around people where you would use this training, like for instance in nursing homes and so forth. It's the case of if you don't use it, you lose it. And I did like the improv thing. Life is too short not to try to make fun of everything you can.
To laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be facilitating a breakout session at the Traeger Optimal Aging Conference in Louisville, Kentucky, April the 16th and 17th. You can go to their website for more information. I'll also be facilitating a session at the Mid-Atlantic Intergenerational Conference, June 3rd through the 5th in Atlantic City, New Jersey, hosted by the Stockton Center on Successful Aging, in partnership with Penn State University.
And at the National Council on Aging in Arlington, Virginia, May 26th through the 29th.